Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. And today I want to talk about 5 items you should buy from the 3DS shop before it closes on March 28th, 2023. Now before I get into it, everybody knows that there will be a way to download these games, like unofficial or whatever like that, after the store closes. But these are for the people who want to get their stuff legit. And I believe that I've chosen wisely with the 5 items that I'm going to talk about in this video. So one of them is actually a movie and 4 are games, and these games are exclusive to the 3DS system, as far as I know. Now it's been a while since I bought a 3DS game out for the store, and I had to do all this stuff where I had to link the account to my Switch account and all that stuff. That was pretty annoying. It wasn't a bad process, but it was like, I just wanted to add funds for my PayPal account, but since they've taken that function away, the only way to add funds is through your Switch account. Just to let everybody know that. You have to pretty much merge the accounts and then you'll be good to go. Now the first game you should check out, I feel, is definitely a hidden gem. I know I haven't used that term in a long time, but the game is called Soul of Darkness. So if you're a fan of Castlevania or just Metroidvanias in general, this is something you'll definitely want to pick up. So I want to say it's a mix of old school Castlevania and a new style Castlevania. And what I mean is it has the level design of the original games, and it has a little bit of exploration like the Symphony of the Night games, but the game is pretty much level based. So even though you can explore on the levels, they're fairly short to what a Metroidvania would be, but it's definitely something you guys should check out. Now, not only do I like the graphic style of this game because it's sprite based, so that's definitely a throwback to the old school games. Now it does have a little bit of choppiness here and there. I don't think it's bad, but it's still, for this style of gameplay, I think the game runs well, but still there will be choppiness on certain points in the game, but it's not too bad at all. So in this game you don't level up, but you actually level up your weapons like power, combos, critical hits, and magic. You'll collect these crystal shards to get points to level that stuff up. Also want to mention that I think the level design in this game is actually pretty well done. Certain little traps that you could set for your enemies, like dropping chandeliers on them and things like that. So pretty unique stuff that happens in this game that I think a lot of people will like. At the end of the levels too, there's always a boss battle waiting for you, and they're all very unique. So I definitely think a lot of people will like that about this game. But definitely I would say, guys, check this game out. It's only $5 and I think it's worth your money.
Country has fallen.
My lady, the votes have all been tallied. Shoko Ozora's election bid has been accepted by majority vote.
Father. Let's go, Kavoy!
Godspeed.
I, Shoko Azora, will fulfill my...
Here's Liberation Maiden. This was one of the first 3DS games that I downloaded, and I feel like they were trying to set the bar with this game, showing that they were taking like a digital game seriously. This game is fully voice acted. There's a lot of action going on, as you can see. I guess you would call this game like a mech 3D shooter. You pretty much go around and you target enemies with the stylus, or just tapping the screen at the bottom, and you just let the missiles fly, and there's so many explosions going on, just lots of voice acting and story. This game is a lot of fun, and this is one of those games you figured would have got a physical release, but unfortunately it did not. So this is the only way that you could play the game, and it plays well. So definitely one to keep your eyes out for. And the game is very story driven, but that doesn't take away from the game itself. Alright, so I don't know if everybody knows about the Azure Striker Gunvolt series, but the first game actually appeared on the 3DS as a downloadable exclusive before getting a physical release later on. But another thing is that it also had an OVA anime that was exclusively, at least at the time, was released for the 3DS, and it's still in the store. Now the animation, I think, is only like maybe 20 minutes long, but you could watch it in English and in Japanese. I believe it, from what I remember of it, it's like a prequel to the story of the game. I thought this was really cool to have on the 3DS, especially since I used to watch Netflix on my 3DS, if you guys remember when that was a thing. But either way, just another cool item to check out from the store. I don't know if this has been released on DVD or Blu-ray. If it has, please let me know in the comments, because I would like to probably pick this up if it's on the cheap. But yeah, it is on the 3DS store right now, so if you want to pick it up there, you can do that. Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology is one. I have to say this is one of my top RPGs of all time, guys. Seriously. I mean, I could go on a long time about this game, but I'm going to try not to, of course, because I want this video to be quick. But this is definitely an RPG on the 3DS that everybody's going to want. So if you're familiar with games like Chrono Trigger and you like that formula of Chrono Trigger, like the story base where you go back in time and change things, well, this game is pretty much like that, but you see more of an outcome from both sides, which is pretty crazy. If you make a bad decision or a good decision, you're going to be able to see both of them usually. Now, this is definitely a turn-based RPG, a very traditional, very easy to get into, has a great soundtrack. The music in this game is pretty much flawless, at least in my opinion. But this game is also released on the DS system, but this version adds extra story and voice acting to it. Also in the 3DS store, there are expansion DLC packs for the game. They're more like extra side stories and stuff like that, but they're very cool to own. I definitely think they're worth grabbing. You know, I usually don't say that about a lot of games, like, oh, you got to get this DLC for it. But this game, I feel, is a must, because I feel like this stuff will be lost. At least officially it will be, because I feel like this game is not going to get ported to any other system, unfortunately. I would love to see it on the Switch. I definitely think it could live on there. But yeah, just going into more of the game, my buddy Jeff actually just picked this game up a couple of days ago, actually. And when I saw it, I said, man, you know, and I looked it up, and the game was going for a lot of money. So I felt like this was probably the best way to own the game. It is original retail. The 3DS store didn't really have any sales going on, so you will, if you do buy this game from the store, you'll be paying around $40. But it's worth it if you're a person who likes digital content, I think. You know, this is a great game, and you know, you can get the original game, but this game actually expands more than that game. You know, there's more endings. You know, the voice acting is great. It's just, this game has a lot going for it, and I just hope that I can have more of a discussion with people about it in the future, because a lot of people still haven't played this game, unfortunately. Here's GoGo KoKopolo. Pretty much what I've seen from the gameplay and what I've played, you're a cat that starts mischief, pretty much. Like, everybody's walking around peacefully, and as soon as you go up to them and attack them, they start chasing you. And when you do that, they start chasing you, you have to lead them into a flower pot, pretty much. At least that's what I think it was. But overall, the game is really a lot of fun, especially if you get a lot of enemies to chase you. You know, it's pretty hilarious just running around the map and having them all chase you all pissed off. But and it really shines during the boss battles as well. So, you know, once you get to a boss battle, things really turn up. So I feel like this is a 3DS game that people will want to have in their collection for sure. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope these games are something you guys will want to add to your collection before the store closes. Some of these are physical, but the physical games tend to be, you know, more money, of course, since they're being sold by secondhand sellers now. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know how you feel about some of these titles in the comments. Radical Reggie, and I will see you all later.